did a job yesterday. You guys remember? It's called commercial project. Do you see your commercial project? Yes, no? Everybody see the commercial project? Okay. Later on, what I expect you guys is to go to the detail here about the commercial project. If you hit detail, you can go edit this the stuff that we did yesterday. So I would like you guys to edit and fill this information. When you print your report, if it's not there, you will lose points. So you know. Close it. So you can edit the detail about the project item at any time. When you reach here, you click here, you edit the information about your job. Now, for the time being, I don't want you to do that yet. So go double click on the commercial project. Gentlemen, you have just opened your commercial project. Okay, so let's go look at the labels. Do we have all the labels? Is your label? Click on labels. You guys have all the labels from yesterday? Everything is saved. Beautiful. Okay, extension. Takeoff. Let's go to the takeoff. Do you guys have some takeoff here? Do me a favor. Where it says labels here, go all takeoff. Make sure you set this one at the bottom to all takeoff. Shall we? I want you guys to have something there because I need to see numbers. Can you guys say, make sure you have something there? You can adjust these by any means. Look how you can adjust them. If I were you, before I start my takeoff, guys, I will adjust these menus. I told you yesterday how important these menus are. Look at how you do them. Look at how I adjust my Derek. You can adjust your label, right? Okay. Starting with Karen. Do you have some stuff here in the audit trail? Do you have things? Derek, do you have things in the audit trail? No? Can you change this one to take off? All by take off? Take off? You don't have anything?
No, I think so. I just deleted it all.
You deleted it all? Okay. Do me a favor. Go anywhere to anything and type a couple of things. Just give me a few things there. So, for example, wherever you are, here's duplicate receptacle. I'm a duplicate receptacle. Put like 1,000 or 1,000 and hit it. And just put something there, shall we? So I can have a number. Everybody got that one, guys? Put a number, anything, so I can see it. Okay. Okay. Now, Karen, we're good? Yes? Okay. So I showed you guys how to do the takeoff yesterday. I'm going to say one thing about the takeoff. Adam, what I expect you guys to do, a lot of takeoff right now, you're going to be under devices. Most of what you're going to be doing today is devices. Spec, switches. Here's my 20 amp switches. And then you go to receptacles, and here's my 20 amp receptacles. So you're going to spend a lot of time today on devices, spec, receptacles, and switches. Thumbs up, Chad. We know how to do that. And what I suggest, not to even use the counter, guys, for them. Use colors, Adam. Color them, and then count them. And then stick them in right here. Based on, here's, for example, a duplex 20 amp receptacle. And you stick how many of them you have. I'm going to say 10. Hit enter. Done. These are receptacles. Done. Pay attention to if they are duplex, double duplex, GFCI. If in doubt, don't. If in doubt, guys, look at these when you start that video. So I walked you through this yesterday. You're going to be, most of your time, if you want to learn estimating, you're going to be spent, guys, right here trying to understand it. Boxes, when you go boxes, so I want you guys to spend today at least in devices, spec, switches, and receptacles. When you go to boxes, here's your boxes. If you want to take a couple of boxes, motor, here's where your motor switches, guys. Here's my motor switches. If you couldn't find something, just let me know. I should be able to walk you through it. Here's switches, 20 amps, switch surface mounted switches. So, okay. That's how we're going to take off. Now, you guys are going to spend a time there. Now, when you're done, Adam, now we're going to go today. I'm going to take you to step number 4. Step number 4. So let's go to step number 4. Click on extend. Okay, and hold your horses there. When you click, when you're done taking off, or before you're done taking off, at any time you can do these steps, guys. You don't have to wait until you're done. You can do this extension. Now we finished the takeoff. Now we're going to do extending and tolling. What's extending and tolling? Do the math. Add them up, right? Did you guys hear me? We do extending and tolling. You can do it at any time. So we're going to do them combined. So can you guys see how it's giving me the labels? Chad, do you want to do them for all the labels that you did? Always say yes. So click on extending. Do you see the extend at the bottom, gentlemen? Everybody can see where extend at the bottom. Hit extend. Okay, now when you come over here, don't click anything. Do you guys see all these reports, extension reports that you have? Yes? Yep. Are you faster than me, guys? Everybody can see it? Extension reports? All right, so here's an interesting concept. When you come here, it will tell you now, you, Mr. Smart, you took off all your stuff, right? Now, how do you want to do the extension based on what labor and what material? Guys, price and labor differs. It's different from one part of the country to another, from one job to another. So there are NICA 1, NICA 2, and NICA 3, I believe. 1, 2, 3, NICA, National Electrical Contractor Association. The higher the NICA number, the more expensive the labor. And there's price 1 and price 2. I don't know what they change here. And price NICA 1, 2, 3. Can you guys see right here? Here's all the report that you can do. Can you guys see? I'm going to just look. Don't click on anything. I'm just going to show you this. Can you guys see price 3, NICA 3? That's working in the Pentagon. Very expensive. Getting in and out. Washington, D.C. So can I get you to understand, Karen, that the higher the number for the NICA, the higher the labor. The higher the number for the price, Adam, the higher the material. Okay? So you have to decide, am I working in downtown Chicago, or am I working in Ridgefield, this building, Minnesota? Does that make sense? So let's assume, guys, our building is cheap labor, cheap material. Again, that's something that you have to do. So I'm going to go to and take off here. Let's go price 1, NICA 1. I typically do go book price NICA 1 here. Again, these are, so let me see what my option I have. NICA 2, NICA 1, price 2. What else? Do you see NICA 1, price 1? Anybody? NICA 1, CC by CC by. So these are the extension that you're going to do, and you can create your own extension. Here's a price 1, labor 1. Let's say price 1, NICA 1. This one. I don't see price 1. And okay, you know what, you can do any one of them, but let's go price 1 and NICA 1, guys. This one here. Cool. Double click on it, will ya? So every time you extend that, I'm going to extend based on the cheapest price, cheapest labor for this job. That's a decision that you have to make as a project manager. Okay, everybody's good? Everybody's good with that one? And then we are going now. Before you hit, do you see where it says printer? Please change this. If you hit extend, it will send it to the printer. So change it into Excel. Did you guys hear me? Right at the bottom. Report destination. It says printer. It doesn't matter. Any Excel. 5.0. Let's go to the highest. Excel. Any Excel. Doesn't matter which one of them. Excel 8. Did you guys see that? So please, every time you extend, if you're connected to this printer, it will shoot all the stuff to the printer. Please. It did happen in the past. So when you start printing, I know that somebody did extension and send it there. It defaults to a printer. Default it to an Excel sheet, guys. Okay, when you do that. Okay, so this will be for summary 1. So I have NICA 1. I'm going to go preview. Can you guys see preview? Hit preview. Preview will extend and give you a picture of it. That's what you're going to be printing for your friend Chad. So hit preview. Can you guys see that we're cooking? Not a whole lot to cook yet. All right, so gentlemen, then it opens a window for you here, and here's what your window look like. Again, not a whole lot. Do you guys see the information that you put about the project? Does it say at the top? That's what you're going to be printing for me. That's your extension. Everybody can see that? Can I have yes, Chad? Matt, does it work? Is it working? No? No, it's not working, or what? It's working.
It says extension reports can't be generated until you have specified labels and users.
Anybody else got this?
Yeah, I get that.
Derek? Karen, did you get that? Let me see why it's click on that one. Oh, you have to hit extend here.
I went through all this.
Yeah.
Hit
that's-
preview.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, no. Okay. So get this destination here. Okay, so um, review. Extension report cannot be generated until you have specified labels and extension. Did you take anything? Is there anything in your system?
Mhm.
Okay, let me just let's go close this. We go back to close this. Okay, now yeah, there's a place here where we can tell you where the okay, so there's view extension process. You know what, I'm gonna go close the one. Close it and come back one more time right over here. That's weird. So admin enter and double click on the board. Okay, so I have my takeoff. Let me see your labels. The labels are yeah, you're beautiful, like we did. Takeoff here, beautiful. Extend here, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Each one of them, yeah, extend. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Nika. What do you say, Nika one? Nika, I thought it. Yeah, good one. Okay, so pick this summary and preview it. Don't ask me what's gonna work now, and it didn't work. Got hung up with something. So you're the good. Okay. So let me just go back. So your report, Karen, is going to look like this. Can you guys see all the labels that you put? Here's a bid package, building, floor, systems, users. This is page 1. Click on page 2. When you click, the pages are at the bottom, Adam. Here's all the extensions. So under price 1 that we took, under these categories, guys, you're going to find all the stuff that we did so far. Can you guys see that? That took, you probably don't have a whole lot. The last, go all the way to the last page. The most important thing, guys, is the last page is this number right here. Right now, again, yours will be different because you haven't taken much. Your labor is sitting right here, and your material is sitting right here. Your labor and material is sitting right here. Everything that you have taken, Adam, is set right into this. Can you guys see the M for 1,000,000, for 1,000, a C for all the extension stuff that you have in an Excel sheet, Derek? The Excel sheet that I gave you, it's right there. Except the math is done for you. Same thing. Adds them up. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We know how to look at the extension report and print it. If I want to print it, gentlemen, you just hit print now and you're done. Do you guys see that? That's one of the reports I want you to print, not now. Okay, so let's go close preview. When you close preview, it tells you bid summary 1. Do you want to send it to bid summary 1 extension, guys, and totaling, meaning adding in? Now, when you're done and you're happy with it, so now I'm going to move it all the way to the bid summary that we were just talking about, so I can assign a labor and a burden and a profit and an overhead and all this junk stuff. Okay, so hit yes, yep, send it to bid summary 1. Okay, gentlemen, I have just done an extension. So right here, you've done an extension, you looked at the extension, and you send it to the bid summary, which is step number 5. So we're ready for step number 5. One more time. You've done an extension based on this price. Now you can do multiple extensions based on different prices. Mind it. And we're sending it to summary, bid summary 1. Can I get you guys to look at this here? There are multiple bid summaries that you can do. Different scenarios that you can run. We're running one scenario, bid summary 1. I did the extension. Basically, I added all my labor and material. I'm ready to take it from the estimate summary into the bid summary. Do you guys see why important that book that we picked for you? Because the softwares follow the same procedure. That guy followed the same thing as the softwares. Now we went from the estimate summary to the bid summary. Last step. Okay, go click now. Click into the bid summary. Now you're in the bid summary, gentlemen. for your bid summary, we need to do a few things before the system works. In the bid summary, Adam, the most important number that you will be looking at is the red number right here. What's your number? I have $18,000 sell price. This is done. That's your bid. That's the single most important number. Now, obviously, we haven't done a whole lot yet in it. Okay? So, for the bid summary, guys, why would anybody call me when I'm working here? Where's my coffee? You guys steal my coffee? Did anybody steal my coffee? Where did they put my coffee? I'm feeling like I'm becoming like grandma. Where they put my coffee? I stole my own coffee. Okay, when you come to the bid summary, guys, the notoriously famous thing about bid summary is very important. Adam, you need to assign labor, you need to have a profit, and you need to have overhead, and a couple of the direct costs and all this good stuff. So let's start. I'm gonna go assign. I have numbers I'm gonna give you guys. You have to put these numbers with your friend chat. So let's go to okay, overhead. Okay, so on the material, on my material, where it says percentage, guys, can you guys see the percentage? We don't overhead the material. The material we don't put overhead, right? Can you guys see these percentages? Let's go say we need 10% overhead on labor, put 10%, and also the suppliers. I want 10% make on the suppliers, and 10% on 10% on all the options that you have here. Okay, these are 10%, and same thing, 10%, and on the direct job, and 10% on these. So we're, oops, not 100%, 10%. What I've done, Adam, oops, what's with my money number here? Okay, so this is my overhead. I am telling the software I would like to supervise the labor and all those suppliers and the quotation later on when I put them. So let's go click on them, guys. We don't have it later on. They will be clicked. So I put overhead in each and every one of these. Assign 10%. Now your overhead could be more than that. You just change it. I want you guys to use 10%. Cool. Now let's go to the profit. Can you guys see where it says the area of profit here? Right on the percentage. We want to do 10% profit on the labor. I want to do 10% profit on the labor. Now, do I want a profit on the material markups? I decided not to, but you can. You can assign the profit and the labor, the profit and the overhead, guys, to the labor, material, the suppliers. What we typically do is we assign the profit and the overhead to the labor only. The material, we can mark it up if we want to add 2%, we're going to make money, 2% on the material, if you know you can make money. But typically, you want to make profit on your labor and your profit on your and overhead. You want to overhead the labor, not the material, and you need a profit on the labor. So all those guys, all those other disciplines, I added the overhead because I need my manager have to be managing those guys, right? So supplier quotation, somebody has to do is supplier contracts, direct job expenses, equipment rentals. I want to do overhead on these because somebody has to do this. So can I get you guys to understand this is where you assign your overhead and labor based on your company's policy? The thing that I would like you guys to do right now is just 10% overhead for labor. The most important thing is labor material. Labor, overhead, and profit. Okay. So we got these, gentlemen. Now let's go and right here, Adam, the square foot of the building. Can you guys see it right here? It's my square foot of my building is it 12,000 square foot, I believe? I thought it was 12,000 square foot. Yeah, 12,000. 12, 1, 2, 3, give or take. 12,000 square foot. Okay, I have 12,000 square foot. Hours per week that I'm working. Way at the bottom, guys. Hours per week. I'm going to work 40 hours. Workers per day. If you guys look at for the commercial project, your friend Chad, single-handedly assigned 9 people for this project. Now you can assign 6 people for this project. We're assigning 9 people, 3 journeymen and 6 apprentices, a ratio 2 to 1. That must be high, but we're cheap. Cool. So 9 people. Could you have assigned 6 people? Now this is where your management expertise. Okay, well, I'm gonna put 9 people. Why 9 people? Because Chad assigned 9 people. You guys are project manager. You need to assign labor for that. What this will help you, Karen, is analyze the for bid accuracy and bid analysis later on. Okay. Markup sale taxes. You can click on markup sale taxes. Add money on it. Use bond. Click on the table, guys. Use table bond. So you need to pay for table. Bond. You can adjust your sale here. Add more money to your sale. Adjust the sale price. I'm gonna go. My sale price is $18,000. I'm gonna add another 2 grand just because I'm cool. Leave this alone. But it allows you to adjust your number. For the time being, mark up the sales tax and add more money on that one and use the bond table because we have bond table, guys. We're going to pay money to bond the project. Everybody knows what a bond is. You're going to come and build my building. What happened if you didn't deliver? You screwed me up, right? So I can go after the bond that you bought from the insurance and recoup some of my loss. You know, how many companies they go belly up, right? So you need to recoup that. So that's where your bond is. Any question, guys, about this? So we put the square foot, we put the weeks, how many, 40 hours, 9 workers, because Chad says so. I have bid summary 1. That's the one that we're doing. Can you guys see the number that you're doing right now is coming out of bid summary 1? I can do multiple scenarios here. The software is so detailed that you can do multiple scenarios. We're going to only do one scenario for the time being. You guys are new to the software. We're just going to do, leave it as is. Adjust overhead. You can add to the overhead and the profit. Adjust it even more here. Dollar or percentages. Can you guys see that they allow you to put a percentage here? Up or down, minus percentage or higher percentage to adjust the labor at the end. You say, you did the, Derek, you did the project and your a senior project manager said, you lost it, man. We're not going to get this job. I'm going to go cut it down to by 10% or up it 10%. The whole, does that make sense? It allows you to manipulate the system. Okay, gentlemen, that's all what we're going to do under, this is called top sheet. Can you guys see the word at the bottom here? It's called top sheet. And by the way, this is your, so you can expand it a little bit. And when you want to minimize it, it's, oh, where did it go? Bid summary. You can always bring it from right here. If you lost it at any time, you can bring it down from the bid summary. Okay, we got all these. Everything is saved. Everything is cool. Top, can you guys see this is called top sheet, Adam, right here. Go to labor now. Let's go to labor. Laboring that boy. We're going to labor. Okay, so I want to expand that one. So labor, I need to, where did it go? My expand that. Here's my, do I have labor? Burden, okay. Okay, so let's go pick labors. Where is mine? Where's that one? Okay. Let's go to bid summary one more time. Let's labor it. Okay, here you go. Yeah, I see what you mean. We're gonna have, okay, labor. Here's the labor that you have, guys. Can you guys see where my labor is? I have a labor of foreman. There's a foreman. So let's go pick the following. I'm gonna go pick up the following. So I picked that guy. Delete that guy. So you guys don't have any labor here yet. So let's can you go click on apprentice, the cheaper apprentice. We're gonna get apprentice 1. Click on apprentice 1 and hit this big button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 apprentice 1. That's the dumbest apprentice that you can get. Talk about, we're really cheap. Okay. Now Derek will say you lost it, Mr. Curry. I'm going to use apprentice. The apprentices, guys, 1 through 5, I believe that they go through here. There you go. 1 through, actually through 10. That's 10-year or 10 level apprenticeship. So you can see the dollar value for apprentice 1 is $13 an hour. That's just kind of off school, have no clue what he's doing or she. Okay, cool. Those are the guys. We're just going to go first. They're going to go for it. Okay, did you guys put 6 of them here? Then we're gonna go down into wireman, journeyman wireman right here. That guy, can you guys see that journeyman wireman? Let's do 1, 2, 3, 3 of them. So I have 3 journeymans and how many apprentices? 6 for a total of 9. Okay, let's go adjust their labor because we like to pay them more. The rate, I would like you guys to put $20 for them. We're in Minnesota, we pay them good. So let's go $20 for each one of these apprentices. $20. $20. That's what the rate for apprentices that we're going to be doing. $20 and $20. That's a lot of money for a dumber than a rock one. And then we're going to, for the journeyman, we're going to pay them $33. 33, 33, 33. 33, Chad. 33. Okay. Okay. Did you guys change the rate for the for all of them? 33 for 33. Everybody change that one? Yep. Derek, we can wait for you, buddy.
No, I'm good.
They're good.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, so we changed these. Now the burden, that's how much it's going to cost me, Adam. This is how much I'm going to pay them. I'm going to also pay benefits on them. Like this guy is taking also $9 benefit. Can you guys see that? Everybody can see the burden. Let's continue to their burden, the same thing. Keep the burden. So that's what you're going to. That's how much is going to. A labor, guys, is going to cost you bring home plus the burden. So for example, this journeyman, in reality, it's costing me $40. 40 what? $49? Yeah, $49 with the benefits. Okay, that's for a non-union shop. That's $49 benefit with benefits. Not bad. The journeyman, the apprentice guys, it's almost $30 costing me with benefits. Cool. Everybody got that one? Let's leave that one. You can adjust it though if it's higher or lower. Now, I'm going to allocate. So now you put your labor. Now here, guys, the percentage here is very important, Adam. This percentage is, you're telling the software how much time this apprentice is going to be allocated to the job. The percentage that this person is going to be on the job. So I have 9 of them. Here's my assumption. And again, you're a project manager, you assume anything you want. I'm going to assume that those 9 guys are sitting on the job doing all of them at the same time. And they're going to take 10% of the work is going to be done by, so I'm going to divide 100% by 9, right? That'll get you 11 something. So I'm going to divide the time needed on the job by the 9 of them. They're going to be all there, and they're going to, each one of them is equally going to do percentage of that job. So why don't you guys type 11%? So this guy, since he's there with everybody, so it's going to do allocate 11% for him. All of them are 11%. Except at the bottom. So I'm going to have 11%. 11. I look forward to 11%. Can you guys see that? 11. This is percentage of the overall of the job. 11%. 11. And Karen at the bottom, it should add up to 100%. So I need to give this one 12 so I can add up to 100%. Can you guys see that, Adam? Do you see that one? It adds up to 100% here. Adding all these percentages, that's your labor. So those guys will be, for the most part, equally working, guys, on the project, right? Equal working. Now we didn't put a foreman here. You know, you could put a foreman there and give him another $5 extra. One of the journeymen, that journeyman that's getting more time here is going to be our foreman. You can plus him another $5 if you want to. That's where your company is going to be dealing with. For the time being, this is good enough for your friend check. For government work. Okay. So I want Karen to tell me, my friend, do you have 100% at the bottom here? Karen? Yes or no? Yes? Derek, do you have 100%? I know you're working on your stuff. Sorry. Do you have, Adam, do you have 100% here? Good. Matt, you have 100%. That's it. What we did in this page, guys, is we assign our labor and the burden for the labor, and we allocated the amount of time that each one of those guys and gals are going to be assigned to that project. Now your project manager can completely look at this and guess horseshit. We're going to change it in a different way, right? Go ahead and do it by any means. Does it matter if they tell you we're going to allocate our time in a different way? Derek, using the software, does it matter? No. We're assuming that those guys are all working at the same time. Cool. Do you see, Adam, that at this time now we have dollar value? When we allocated the time, we have dollar value for the labor. Now we have money to pay for the labor. Okay, gentlemen. Now that's it. That's all what you're going to do here. This is called labor. Let's go to quotation. Quotation. Do you see that quotation? This is where you put quotes for the switch gears. For the quotation, we put overhead. Let's go to the quotation. For quotation, switch gear. I have my switch gear, guys. You can put suppliers here who supply the switch gear. We like square D, so here's my square D. We're gonna put square D is gonna supply. What is the switch gear? Switch gear is all your panels. All the panels for the project are gonna be quoted. For this project, guys, I have $40,000 quotation. 40, 1, 2, 3. So where would you get this number, Adam? You take all your panels that you're gonna be taking up today, send them to Square D and Color Hammer, Siemens and GE. All the panels, the transformer, the ATS switches, all these junk.
Could you, I don't have any of the switch gear or anything on that side.
Type. Right here, type it. Yep, type right there. If you don't have any of this, type it. You can type. And put 40,000. So we send them guys to 4 vendors and they give us this. I'm going to save you the time. I typically harass the people if we have time. And ask you guys to go contact the vendors to get that number. So I have my $40,000 switch gear. Fixtures. SD, Square D. Fixtures. These are all your lights. All your lights, guys. Where do you want to put them? Lithonia? Did I spell it right? Who's my spelling? Li. I know it. Okay. Lithonia. Don't tell them that I did that, except we're being recorded here. Yeah, $29,000. 1, 2, 3. This is my. Remember, we used LEDs, guys, in this project, and they were expensive. Now, where would you get this number? You send it to 4 vendors of lighting. All your lighting schedule, Adam. Your lighting schedule. You put your lighting schedule, and they give you 4 quotes for them, and you pick the one that suits you, and typically the cheapest one, but doesn't have to, because if another vendor, if I work for Davis and Associates, guys, and they always give me a good price, and this time they give me 2 grand higher than somebody else, and they treat me good in every project. What's 2 grand between friends, right? That's how much Derek spends over a weekend with his buddies on a bar, man. Picking on you. When you become a project manager, not now.
Oh, yeah.
You think somebody like those big guys at Parson and Hunt at 2 grand, well, big deal? I hope it's not a big deal. They're making $1 million, man. Okay. Let's go ahead. So generator. Let's do a gen. Type gen underneath this one. I have a gen right here. Cummins. How about Cummins? We like those guys. Cummins. You send your generator, guys, for this building to Cummins, and they say, hey, we'll get you for 20 grand. What, 25? 1, 2, 3. $25,000. So you get the $25,000. Again, if I have time, guys, or if we're not going, I will typically ask you to contact vendors and get these numbers from them. So with all the speakers that we did and you wasted your time, not for nothing, those are the guys you contact. Those are the guys going to give you the quotation. Okay. Now, Derek, you must take off the generator then. When you take off the gen, when you're doing takeoff, Chad, you told me the price is here. That's just the price. What you take off is the installation. So later on, when you take off your generator, count it. We're going to go right next to the generator price. You know what we're going to do? Change it into quotation. Put Q next to it, which means, hey, by the way, erase the price from the software and use this price and assign only labor. Does that make sense? So all your fixtures, guys, you still have to count your fixtures because of the labor. The price is already here. So, okay, so we got these 25. Let's type, I'm going to type this instead of data equipment. I have data equipment, that's my data. I don't know who vendor is. Siemens, shall we? If I spell them right though. Let's go bought data equipment. This is your data for the 5 grands. 1, 2, 3. That's your hubs and what's not. Voice. These are equipment. Those are all my quotation. Voice equipment. Same thing. Let's do Siemens here. Copy. Oops. Commons. And let's go 5 grands. Yeah, voice and data. Pick somebody else if you want to. Why?
Looking at Siemens.
Did it Cummins? Oh, Siemens. Oh, shoot. Do they make him even? Yeah. So, but that's what you guys are gonna find. Why don't you find you know what? You have your vendors for cut sheets. Get the stuff that you did the cut sheets about the project and sign them in here. Here's a deduction point for you guys. Security. Security, equipment, same thing. Security equipment. Why do I don't know who's gonna do them. Who's that? Those guys. Anyway, put 5 grands. I'm gonna put 5 grands for all these guys for the equipments that you do. Fire security, fire alarm system. We're gonna put for that guys 5 grands. I want you guys to fill the information, the codes here. Go, you find it. You're smarter than me. Okay, so that's basically it. You fill this information. These are our quotation for this project. That's the fire alarm panel and the fire alarm annunciator. You still have to take the devices, remember. These are the panels, the gears. Security panel. These are the voice equipment, hubs, and what's not. These are all coated material. Remember, you still have to take off the devices and the wires. Okay, so that's, now, if you need, Derek, garbage in, garbage out. So these are, we're using it for the exercise, guys. So you can keep adding. What happens if you need more? Keep adding. If you click here, guys, it gives you another space. Can you guys see that, Adam? The more you click here, the more it gives you more spaces here. So if you want more space, bring it on. And I think you should be able to delete a space too. Did it? Okay. All right. So I have $114,000, guys, just for the coated material. A lot of money. Okay. Questions about this coated material? Everybody's good with that? Cool. Let's go to the subcontractor. Subcontractor, we're going to do a concrete work here. Trenching. We have a trenching, so let's go trench. We need somebody to trench because we don't know how. So we're going to trench. Why don't you throw 2 grands for trenching? Let's do concrete. Concrete. Right? Concrete. For concrete, because we're going underground and we're putting some ducts and we're putting some pads and what's not, we're going to put 10 grands for concrete work. Again, these are garbage in, garbage out, guys. You could put 0. That's where. Do you see? But what I'm trying to get you into to understand that there's a lot of factors you're going to adjust. Fire alarm, if anything, if you want to subcontract, supplier a fire alarm, saw cut, core drilling, trenching. If there is, you add them here. Other things, Adam, you need to add other things. You can keep adding here. It allows you to add things that's not taken off. Am I making sense though? That's your so-called your subcontractor. Um, okay. Direct job cost. Let's go to your direct job cost. For direct job cost, guys, let's start with the telephone. We need a trailer there, so we need a telephone, $1,000 for the telephone. We need a trailer, telephone permit. Let's go to the trailer. So let's put a trailer there. We own it, but we need to kind of put a grand for it to adjust in what's not. Trailer permit fees. Let's put a grand for all the permit fees. We're just putting a grand for ease. Fuel, oil, and gas. Doesn't. I had an engineer friend of mine said you can't just scratch your butt for less than a grand with these projects. So, in doubt, put a grand.
Plan charge.
Plan charges. Yeah, let's put a grand for. They're going to charge us for plan charges. Oil and gas and what's not for while we're there. We're going to add a grand. What else? So as built, permit, temporary power. Let's do this temp power. Temp power, electricity. While we're there, who's going to pay for our electricity in the trailer? Let's put 1, 2, 3. Can you guys see that these are numbers Chad took them out of the hat? But you, as a project manager, these are things that you're going to ask yourself. What else can I add, right? These are, does it count? Isn't it related to what this guy said about direct job cost? That's going to start accounting for your direct job cost. You can agree or disagree with these numbers, but I think you agree that you have to ask yourself, am I doing it or not? If you hit, do you see that multiplier, by the way? God forbid you put 5 here. What happened to this number? Multiplied by 5. So if you have a trailer, 5 trailers there for the job, instead of putting it 5 times, you just put 5, a multiplier. The T, can you just see the T next to it? Unit, is it text? Do you want to text these? If you click on T, I believe it texts the information. Can't remember what R is. But T will text them, so we don't want to text them. Okay, here's your direct job cost, gentlemen. Moving on, equipment rental. Let's go see if we're going to rent some equipment, Adam, will ya? A trailer. Do you want to own the trailer or rent it? Let's rent it, shall we? We're going to own it. It's going to $5,000 to rent it for 6 months. I don't know if that's even doable. Trailer. Backhoe. Let's do rent the backhoe. But we said we're not gonna dig, are we? We have trench. Now we're lying. We said we're gonna trench it. Left. Do we have a left? Let's trailer, backhoe, scaffold. Do we have a scaffold? The building doesn't need a whole lot. Let's just a scaffold. Let's put $2,000 for a scaffold. We might need backhoe. We're not drilling. Oh, let's put 2 grand here. Rent 1 again, and left. Let's do a left, shall we? And let's add another 2 grand for left. And again, these could be $500 or 2 grand. So these are your equipment rental. If you're not renting anything, Derek, what do you put? Big fat fluffy 0. Bond. Let's go to bond. Now bond. So from 0 to now this is my least info here. From 0 to 5,000. Let me see how we did the bond last time. I don't know if we did that bond. I can't. Where did the bond go? Yes, sucker bond. All right. Okay, from 0 to 5,000. 1, 2, 3. The value of the bond, if up to $5,000, it's going to cost us $100 to bond. Okay, then from 5,000 and from 5,001 all the way to 50 to, let's say 10,000. 10,000. Oops, what did I say here? 10,000, Chad. It's going to cost us double that, so 200. and then from 10,001 all the way to 100,000. Now I want to just call it a day here. Oops, add another zero. 100,000. It's going to cost us 500. And you get this bond, guys, from your insurance and what's not. So we got these 10,000. I think our project is going to be higher than that. To 500. So let's just say from there to 500,000. 1, 2, 3. We're going to make 1,000 this time. 1, 2, 3,000. And from all the way to 2 million now. To how many? 6 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. It's going to cost us $5,000. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oops, not 50, Chad. 5. Okay, so that's your bond. What they do, they take these values based on your bid, guys, and they allocate it at the beginning. Add any of these based on where you are. They allocate that value to your bid because this is money you need to borrow. Insurance, it's like insurance, right? You have to allocate it for this particular project. Okay, so taxes. Let's go tax the people. Well, yeah, in Minnesota we don't tax people. We tax equipment. So our taxes, what is it, 7.75 or something in Minneapolis? Anybody remind me? What's our taxes? So let's it's 0.0775, I think. Isn't that something like this? Oh, I'm sorry. Percentage-wise, we need a percentage, so that would be 7.75. You know what? Why don't we make it 8 and call it a day? So 8%. We only tax labor. We don't tax materials, so we don't tax any of these. Do you want to tax the quotation? No. You can tax. So remember, this is for the whole country. So you can look at if you tax labor in other areas, you can put tax labor, tax direct job type. So we're gonna just tax the material. We call it a day. So here's $1,400 for your labor, Jonah. Okay, so done. Bid proposal. So let's go back, guys, and look at the top sheet. Let's look at the top sheet. Now my price before I even start is sitting at 2,700. What did they say? 217,000. What did they say? 217,000 before we even start. Can you guys use table bond? Look at the table bond. Click on use table bond. Do you see how it added this value to, because from the bond, it based on the price that we have, it added this amount. Okay, right? The due population. So that has to be added. So I'm sitting now, Karen, at $223,000. The sell price. Can you guys see my sell price right here? This is the most important number. My sell price is sitting at $223,000. Adam, it will take me almost half a month to finish the job based on the labor that I have. Can you guys see this information here? Okay, gentlemen, that's it. That's a bid proposal. The last thing I'm going to show you, we're done. It tells you right here, guys. It tells you sales. Okay, what else do we give you here? The percentages of profit. Yeah, it analyzes your project, right? Oops. Let me write, William. Hello. Right. Oops. Doesn't like it here. So if you guys look at this area, here's your raw material, here's your taxes, here's your whatever that taxes and raw material, here's your overhead, here's your profit on this project, taxes, return, whatever that is, T return 0.57, price, the bond, and the final is this number, and sales per month, and return per month, and here's the most important thing, Adam, that I understand anyway. It's a price per square foot. Now I'm sitting at $18.6 per square foot for this project. That's so important, guys. That will decide if you are doing a good job or a bad job. We haven't started yet. And the bottom here is hours per square foot. Look at that. Now I look at this hours per square foot. 0.08 hour per square foot. Are you kidding me? We haven't done labor yet, right? So you can see that all this dollar is coming out of quoted material. We haven't assigned any labor yet. These are the flags that comes every time you guys are doing the software. When you finish your project and you give it to your boss, Derek, these are the ones that they're going to be looking at. Oh my God, he has 2 hours per square foot for this type of building, and every time we do that, we have 10. You must have screwed up something somewhere, or explain to us why you are 1/10 or half of what we should be. Am I making sense, gentlemen? The analysis. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do before I let you guys jump around and do a takeoff. Proposal, Adam. Let's go propose, shall we? This is not proposing for your significant other. This is proposing to get the job. So don't get it confused, Matt. Okay, last thing you do here. Oh, by the way, when you are here, you need to print this for your friend Chad later on. So you come over here, file. Where does it say? Used to say, now I forgot. No, I used to be able to print it from here, so I have to bit summary. I used to be able to print, so I have to check it. So print here. Print. The current active form TV does not support printing. Ooh.
If you go to tools, it looks like you can print
Tools?
PDF.
Where is it?
Just
Tools.
bottom line.
Okay, PDF. Okay. Attach. Open. File. Attach. Open.
Oh, it looks like just attaching.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get, but there's a place where you print this one. I need you guys to print this one. I'll find it. Let's go to the proposal. Click on the proposal, gentlemen, will ya? Proposal. Here's your proposal. When you click on your proposal, it will open a window for you. Go to File. Click on the proposal. We're at the bottom. File. Open. Open a template. Let's go System Template. Here's the templates that comes from the project, guys. You can use any of these templates. I would like you to use the capital letter proposal. Any one of them can work for me. Let's use, click on it and open it. Here's your proposal. Do you see that yellow stuff? Yellow stuff, guys, means it need to be populated. So do you see these buttons here? Look at these buttons here at the top. If you click on them, guys, it will populate right here, right here. You populate the proposal with the info from the estimate. It is through Chad Kearney to that. When you guys print this one, it will show the information that I told you to put about the project, which I need you to fill it because it will show here. And then here's the proposed all labor, blah, 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 and for $223,000 right in here. $223,000, give or take. And you hit Adam, you save it here. It saves it as, when you save it, it will save it obviously as a Word document. You can edit it. You don't have to use this proposal format, Karen. You can use any proposal, but this will pull the info directly from the software. Okay? When you're done, exit out of this. It says, do you want to save it? If you say yes, hit yes, and it will save it somewhere. Okay, close out of the proposal. You can go to the proposal at any time, guys. Adam, see where your proposal is? You can click on that proposal and go back again, find that capital letter proposal, get the information. When you guys print, you're going to print the proposal for Chad, the extension, and this summary, which there got to be a way of printing it, but I have to figure it out. I thought we used to do it here. Okay, so that's basically, gentlemen, what the software is. Is that cool? Am I the only one who's excited here? It's a lot for an engineer to get excited about stuff like this. I like Ohm's law more. So, gentlemen, that's how the software is. In 2 days, guys, you become a proficient in the software. AccuBid is a little bit harder, but obviously it's the more supported, so we need to use it. Can you guys look me in the eye, Derek, and tell me that you have enough information to do your work? Yep. Matt? How about Adam? You have enough information to do your work, Karen? You have enough information? Okay. Now, most of the job that you're going to be doing right now for me, guys, is doing a good job taking off. Because the software is easy. Very easy to use. If I were you, I will putz around and gun. You're not going to screw up anything there. Go look at it. Get familiar with the stuff that we did. So you're going to go back to the takeoff now. And today and tomorrow and next week, we are going to be, guys, putzing around with this. So, like I said, Adam, you're going to spend a lot of time today, on devices. Can you guys see your devices? Spec and switches, as well as circuit breakers. Here's my duplicate receptacle. I expect you guys to highlight them with a color. And take him off. If you made a mess like Chad here, remember the stuff that you did for me here, make sure you go delete it. So if I'm going to go delete this Adam all the way from here to here, oops, hit delete, done. Before you do take off, Karen, make sure you put your labels right. So I'm going to start taking off lighting, for example. Here's bed, base bed, yup. Building wouldn't change, Adam. Nothing will change. Base bed, building A, floor 1, because we only have one floor and one building and base bed. No, nothing will change. The only thing that changes, Matt, is the system. Am I doing power, lighting, low voltage, security, phone, data? And the second thing is the sheet that you're doing takeoff on, right? So am I doing it on E3 or E5? So for example, when I count my lights, Adam, I'm going to go to E5, and I'm going to go to not power, it's lighting, and there, done. So I change this one to lighting, E5, and now everything that I do, I take off under this label. What happened if you made a mistake? No problem. Make sure you let me know, because we can flip them. We can switch them for you. We can switch them for you. Last thing about takeoff, I'll let you guys putz around with it. Can you guys see the filter here? This is probably the most important thing right here. You can filter by label. Items, current label. So the most important thing, guys, is two filters you'll be using here, Adam. Takeoff, all takeoffs, you can see everything that you have done so far, everywhere. That's one, you're looking at it right now. The second one is items, total assembly, what is it? Total assigned job off. All current labels. So can you guys see all current labels under these current labels, or all takeoff? These are the most important things. All takeoff, all current labels. All current labels, I have not taken anything under this label. Adam, if they disappear, this is because they're not under that label. Doesn't mean they don't exist. They're in the software. Well, I used to think they disappeared one time. You know, when I started using software. Well, where did they go? Where did my stuff go? They're under different labels, gentlemen. Don't panic. Don't start throwing things at Chad. So that's where you're going to be doing. Okay. Any comments, any questions, gentlemen, ladies? Is that enough to get your juice up and running? That's it. Talk about 10 times easier than Excel. Make sure you do a good job, guys, understanding the material and counting. That's all. Thank you.